Hello everyone, meteorologist Chad Evans here with a look at your daily weather forecast video, sponsored always by Trent Johnson State Farm. Trent is my agent.com. Big thanks to Trent, big thanks to all of you, and a big thanks to all of our other sponsors that make this possible as well. We've got some scattered showers and thunderstorms today, but mainly in the southeastern part of the forecast area. We've got a couple forecast changes that have occurred really in the past, I would say, about 6 to 8 hours, with the risk of some rainfall for part of tomorrow and the thunderstorms today that I'll get into here in just a second. There's still slight risk for part of the area and some marginal risk for severe as well. It gets much cooler briefly come tomorrow and Thursday, but then we start to warm up again. It gets humid to muggy, and we've got more scattered showers and thunderstorms ahead before we turn cooler and less humid at the very end of May and moving into June, and we'll start to dry out a little bit then as well. The pollen, medium to high yesterday, today, or medium to high today, that is. Tomorrow we're going to be in that medium range, and still medium Thursday, but we're back to medium high Friday and kind of in that medium range Saturday. So still elevated pollen levels, though not quite as bad as it has been lately. Biggest culprit is like cool season grass pollen that we have. The UV coming up into the high range for a while today over parts of the area, and then it tends to drop off a little bit towards this evening. Now, we've had anywhere from 3 inches of rain down here in the southern portion of our forecast area. This is Park County. To look at this, we have just been dodging rainfall in Pulaski, Northern White, and around Kentland, and also Freeland Park and Goodland. This area has only had anywhere from 1/1500 to 1/3 of an inch of rain over the past 4 days, but the rest of the area around an inch at Kokomo. Again, these are the Kokoros observers. 1.25 northeast of Attica. We had 1.25 on the in West Lafayette yesterday, 1.5 out towards Montmorency, and then the heavier rains have been down here where we've had upwards of 3 inches. And reports of a good 1.5 in parts of Carroll County as well. Now, this morning we had a few storms go through. Those totals don't include what we got this morning. And these are a few of the scattered storms during the morning hours. And yes, we had some pea and even penny-sized hail. This was a penny-sized hail core in Montgomery County earlier this morning. Those scattered thunderstorms are long gone, but the pattern is still kind of locked in. We've had days and days of violent severe weather outbreaks in the plains, and some of that severe weather has impacted us, as we saw yesterday, due to a blocking upper ridge on the East Coast. Temperatures surging to 100 degrees in parts of Massachusetts and Virginia to Maryland today, in New Jersey, as the very hot upper ridge, the winds blow up and down the mountain slopes, and that air heats up. Now, why am I showing you that? Because that's kind of locked this pattern in. That's why the upper ridge has blocked everything. We've had day after day of severe weather west of us, and then we are kind of getting the leftovers. And we're getting the leftovers today too. We had some of the leftovers this morning. Those were a few of those storms that went through. Now, we've got a cold front coming in, finally making some leeway southeastward, and you can see the cumulus towers bubbling up here and here in our area. There's another view. Here's Lafayette, here's Fowler. The cumulus clouds bubbling up here with approach to the front, and then note this band of really tall cumulus clouds bubbling up as well. And those two areas are what I'm watching for some thunderstorms to pop this afternoon and this evening. There's a sky cam view from the south side right now with the cumulus clouds around. There are the clouds at Fowler and here at Kempton in southern Clinton County, but it is very warm and juicy. It's tropical. 85 Tipton and Sheridan, 84 Thorntown, low 80s Purdue Airport back to Attica, mid 80s at Covington, low 80s Delphi, we're 80 Morocco, but we're upper 70s at Madariaville. But look at these dew points. Mid 70s. Look at that, 75 the dew point at Tipton and Thorntown. Tim Garbison down in Petersburg just reached out to me. His weather station has a dew point of 75 as well. So that's getting into the oppressive range. Mind you, the highest dew point ever recorded at the Purdue Airport in the month of May is 75. It goes back to 1948. So these are pushing near record high dew points here in our southeastern counties, and even farther north, dew point is 70 at Monon and Remington. That's still in the humid range, and Peru's dew point is in the muggy range, so it is extra juicy. And with the cold front approaching, it's those two bands of cumulus clouds that put us in some severe weather risk. Marginal risk for severe was up here this morning, and the slight risk cut through Lafayette this morning. This is the change since this morning. See how everything's kind of shifted southeastward. So 4 to 10 p.m., marginal risk, Rochester, Royal Center, 12 Mile, Flora, Lafayette, Romney, Covington, Petersburg, Cayuga. The slight risk for severe is Rockville, Crawfordsville, Frankfort, over here to Rushville and around Converse and Amboy. So the better shot of severe weather has shifted a little bit to the southeast. And you can see that here. This is now to 1 o'clock in the morning tonight. You can see the storms flare up right here with those two bands of cumulus clouds coming through. Now that's a little fast, so let's take it in a few frames here. This is near 4 p.m. See a few of those storms right here popping. Lafayette, right around 12 Mile, Rochester, and then we see these thunderstorms right here. Rockville, over here to Tipton, Kokomo. This would be Lebanon, and right here is Frankfort, and then they really flare up southeast of our area. This is near 5, maybe 6 p.m. You can see some severe storms here, southeast of Tipton, and then southeast of Lebanon, and then exiting Park County right in this zone here. So that's why the slight risk is more down there, and that line of storms continues southeast where you see it blow up there, and then there's the big severe weather event that's going to be southeast and east mainly of our area today, but we'll keep watching those thunderstorms develop through the afternoon. Here's the other little forecast change. So Wednesday was looking all dry. A lot of the new data coming in is trying to bring some more rainfall in late tonight and into the first half of tomorrow. The HRRR model is especially aggressive with bringing some showers in, maybe some isolated thunder north of the cold front come tomorrow morning due to what we call an MCV. That is an old vortex from a complex of severe storms that's going to be off to our southwest, and that vortex will ride up the front and bring a period of showers, especially over the southeastern 3/4 of the forecast area, and I think there's merit to that as well. So it would be tomorrow morning and then right up through midday, and then it pulls out of here in the afternoon and the evening, and we start to get a little bit of clearing. So the HRRR model does have additional rainfall from thunderstorms and some rainfall perhaps tomorrow morning, late tonight, up through midday. The lowest amounts, unfortunately, it's that zone that hasn't had much. Or fortunately, if you want to wrap up corn and soybean planting, Winnemac back to south of Rensselaer, that area only 1/10 of an inch, but other places a little more, like around Morocco, and then especially once you get from Rochester, Royal Center, Fowler southward, we start to see higher totals. 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch, and in some places pushing an additional 1 inch of rainfall. Then we look at Friday. So Thursday's fine. It's a pleasant day. Friday, this upper low will come in from the southwest. A wave of showers and a couple thunderstorms will pass through. Right now, it does not look severe. The severe weather risk is going to be down here, southwest and south of our area. That moves through. Still a few spotty showers and thunder showers may bubble up on Saturday and Sunday with some cool air aloft. Again, that due to an upper low that's kind of hanging out over here. But it will start to warm up. It's going to be rather humid. Sunday through Wednesday, another little upper low comes in. So more scattered showers, thunderstorms. We may end up with marginal to slight risk early next week. The exact day is unclear, but I can tell you we may have some scattered showers and thunderstorms around for Memorial Day and perhaps a few Tuesday into Wednesday, and that continues on. It's just going to be off again, on again, scattered shower storms. Some marginal to slight risk cannot be ruled out, and that goes on until May the 29th, and then it gets cooler and less humid. So there's where we get cooler, less humid, especially later tomorrow and into Thursday. The humidity comes back, dew point 60 Saturday, around 60 to the 60s Friday. There's 60s to 70 on Sunday, and then It is humid to muggy Monday, humid on Tuesday, Wednesday, humid to muggy late next week as well before the humidity drops back down after that. So today's a windy day, highs generally low to mid 80s over the area. The exception, we got a shot at getting to about 86 or 87 at Tipton, but generally low to mid 80s. And watch for some of those thunderstorms to form right down in this area for the afternoon and into the evening, with those high dew points, heat indices surging as high as the mid 90s in our southeast. Some showers, a little thunder in the morning, then the showers taper midday-ish tomorrow. Breezy, cooler, winds out of the north, and some clearing, but cool in the north. There's going to be a lake breeze front that comes south tomorrow, so it is going to cool here in our northwest counties. We could actually drop into the 50s in the afternoon, northern Newton, northern Jasper, 60 Wheatfield to 68 Rockville and Lafayette, and a high tomorrow 65 at Logansport. There is your 10-day, 78 Saturday, 72 on Friday, with some of that rainfall around on Friday. Scattered stuff Saturday, Sunday. Memorial Day, scattered thunderstorms around 85, and then a few showers and storms Tuesday, Wednesday, showers, storms next Thursday, Friday, and then that Saturday we start to cool off and turn less humid.